turn it on. When it's red, you can. I want some of that. I needed coffee earlier and I skipped it. It's all right. Don't worry about it. All right. We're ready? All right. If I can have everyone's attention, I'd like to call to order the town board meeting for August 8th. If you would all please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Would the clerk please call roll?
Supervisor Dwyer?
Here.
Councilman Cole? Here. Councilman D'Angelo? Here. Councilman Mattingly?
Present.
Councilman Shuback?
Here.
Attorney Buckeye is absent today, and that's it. We're all good.
Thank you very much. Before we begin with the meeting, we have a presentation that was requested by Sustainable Warwick. If you would please join us at the podium here and make your presentation.
Hi, good evening. My name is Sally Greco, and I'm the chairperson for the Sustainable Warwick Pollinator Pathway. And I'm here to present a check for $1,134 to Mountain Lake Park for the trees that were planted on Arbor Day. So that I'd like to present. And as well, I would like to present these signs that, that we created. And we'd like to donate these to Mountain Lake Park as well. We would have given them to Sam if she were here this evening, but maybe I could give them to you, Mr. Dwyer.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Very nice. Great. Thank you very much.
Hi, and in the same spirit, my name is Jeff Howard. We planted a whole bunch of trees, as you know, in Transformation Trails area of Wickham Woodlands. And this is a check that was from the Transformation Trails Committee to the town of Warwick for $1,153 for the trees we planted. So thank you very much for the support you've given to Wickham Woodlands and to Transformation Trails.
Great. Well, thank you both for all your efforts and all your work. And for the checks. The checks are always helpful. And then I'll take that. No problem. Thank you very much.
I had a 6-hour drive today, so.
No problem. Your work is done. Thank you. I'd like to make a motion that we go into public hearing for introductory local law number 5 of 2024, amending town code to include a parcel of real property SBL 8-2-8.2 within the APO overlay district.
Second.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, public hearing is now open on introductory local law number 5. anyone has any comments on this, the clerk will read the statement.
Please take notice that the town board of the town of Warwick will hold a public hearing at 132 Kings Highway, Warwick, New York, on August 8, 2024, at 7:30 p.m. to afford all interested parties the opportunity to be heard regarding introductory local law number 5 of 2024, an amendment of the town code to include a parcel of real property, section block and lot 8-2-8.2, within the agricultural protection overlay district. A copy of the proposed amendment is available for review in the town clerk's office at 132 Kings Highway, Warwick, New York, 10990, or on the town website, townofwarwick.org. All interested persons will be given the opportunity to be heard. All written comments must be received by the board at or prior to the public hearing.
Any comments from the public on introductory local law number 5? Any comments from the board? There being none, I make a motion that we close the public hearing on local law number 5.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. I make a motion that we enter a public hearing, introductory local law number 6 of 2024, amending town zoning code entitled Affordable Housing. The clerk will read the notice.
Please take notice that the town board of the town of Warwick will hold a public hearing at 132 Kings Highway, Warwick, New York, on August 8, 2024, at 7:30 p.m. to afford all interested parties the opportunity to be heard regarding introductory local law number 6 of 2024, an amendment of town zoning code section 164-46J 100 pertaining to affordable housing. A copy of the proposed amendment is available for review in the town clerk's office at 132 Kings Highway, Warwick, New York, or on the town website, townofwarwick.org. All interested persons will be given the opportunity to be heard. All written comments must be received by the board at or prior to the public hearing.
Second.
And just so the public knows, we've had both of these items on our agenda for the past 4 months. They've been discussed at length. Each of the amendments have been listed on our website as well as available in the town clerk's office. The affordable housing amendment to our town code is simply providing the town planning board with more oversight with regard to citing the affordable lots as it pertains to subdivisions. Subdivisions greater than 10 are required to have an affordable lot, and we want to make sure that the planning board has more say and involvement with how those lots are cited. Are there any comments from the public on affordable housing public hearing number 6? Anything from the board? I make a motion that we close the public hearing on local law number 6.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, at this time, we're reconvening our general meeting. I make a motion that we accept the minutes from the regular board meeting of July 11th.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Correspondence is posted and listed and available to anyone that may need it. Is there any discussion from the board on the correspondence? Okay, no visiting elected officials at the moment. Reports of boards and department heads. Will begin with Police Chief John Rader.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. My report's brief tonight. The second session of the Junior Police Academy began this week with 18 recruits. The first session had graduated on July 26th with 11. That class brought us up to over 100 recruits between the ages of 10 and 15 since we began the program in the summer of 2022. Our school resources officers have put a lot of energy and imagination into this 2-week program, and we've gotten a lot of positive reviews on it. National Night Out was rescheduled due to bad weather this past Tuesday. The new night will be Wednesday, August 21st, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Veterans Memorial Park in the village of Warwick. This night includes booths from various organizations, a Touch a Truck event, activities for all ages, food trucks, and the Black Dirt Bandits will be playing. Our officers will be on hand cooking hot dogs and talking with the attendees. The police department wants to thank the town supervisor and the town board for the proposed 2 full-time police officer appointments that are on tonight's agenda. Officer Curtis Paul has been with us as a part-time police officer since July of 2023, when he began the police academy. He completed his required field training in the spring and has been doing an excellent job on solo patrol. Officer Tyler Morella began in March of this year as a part-time police officer and will be graduating the police academy on Wednesday, August 14th, this coming Wednesday. Both officers are residents of the town of Warwick, and we welcome them as our newest full-time hires. We are also currently completing the background process on 3 new part-time police officers who, if they successfully pass the process, which they're just about through it now, will be attending the police academy in September. We also want to welcome Chase Toth to the department. He's on the agenda for tonight as well as our newest part-time dispatcher. Our communications staff is truly the backbone of our operation, and he will be a welcome addition to that as well. And the new officers and any other new hires will be at the September 12th board meeting, so I can introduce them to the board and to the public and present the new officers with their shields. Any questions from the board? Thank you.
DPW Commissioner Ben Astorino.
Good evening, everyone. For this past board meeting, we've been doing some extensive work on Mount Eve Road. We installed 6 new culvert pipes, 4 12-inch by 40 feet, 2 at 15-inch by 40 feet across the road. We did 3 driveway pipes, 12-inch by 20 feet on Mount Eve Road. We also installed a pipe, an 18-inch by 40-foot pipe across Cascade Road, which was a drainage problem for quite a while. We installed a driveway pipe, a 10-inch by 20-foot driveway pipe on Big Island Road. We installed a basin and a 10-inch slotted pipe on Belleville Lakes Road, another drainage issue. We did some ditch work on Onderdonk Road, Mount Eve Road. Tree work, we had a storm last week. We had a few trees come down. We cleaned all of them up. Mowing townwide, we are back out. We restarted in Pine Island, working our way this way again, mowing the roadsides for the second time. Potholes, we are out and about, filling as needed. We, road signs, as always, if there's a faded stop sign or something needs to be replaced, we take care of it. We hauled some item 4 to the stockpile, and I wanted to let the board know that 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, the new truck that was ordered 2+ years ago rolled in. So that's a well-needed addition to our fleet. I can't believe it took 2 years and 2 months to arrive, but it's here. So thank goodness we have it for this winter. It'll be doing the mountain route, Mount Peter, that area, Kane Road, Continental Road. That'll be the route that truck's a 4-wheel drive truck, and hopefully have a very long life with it. Any questions from the board?
Any questions from the board?
Have a good evening.
Thank you very much, Ben. Our senior liaison, Judy Quackenbush.
Hello.
Hi.
I met with Mary Carlillo. I know I'm going to blow her name.
Just pull the mic down because it's set for a 7-foot
We're the
person.
same height, though, I think. I met with Mary Carrillo, who is the Village of Warwick representative, the liaison to the seniors. So we did a few brainstorming ideas that we'll discuss at a later meeting. But she will take the list of all the senior groups and put them in the village newsletter from now on also. So that should reach some people that we're not getting out. I still have one more group to see because they canceled due to COVID, so they had to close down for a couple days. Every other group that I've met with, I've sent back thank you letters for allowing me to come, and I researched and answered pretty much all their questions. They weren't tough questions, so I could handle it. But they know that we're getting back to them, that we're not just leaving their concerns on the table. The one big concern that I hear through all the groups though, is the lack of communications between the groups itself and between, I guess, us and them. So what I did is I contacted all the presidents, and they agreed that I would contact them quarterly to talk to them, find out what's going on. 2 or 3 times a year, bring them together, the presidents, and find out what we can do to get the groups together. Florida, the 3 groups there already meet like 3 times a year for dinners, so I'm trying to get Pine Island, Warwick, the 2 Warwick groups together for lunches and things like that, just that they know that they're all there. The newsletter that we sent out was very well received, so that'll be a good way to keep communicating, and that'll be done every other month or quarterly as we get news. I mailed it to all the presidents. They read it at their meetings. They handed it out to everybody there, and it had information. This week it was the senior, the visitors. Next time I'm going to interview Dial-A-Bus, so that's what I'm hearing is some of them depend on Dial-A-Bus to get everywhere. So I want them to understand what Dial-A-Bus does. For the picnic or the barbecue that we have, I've got card stock, and I'll put all the groups on that, and we'll hand that out at the meeting because that'll hit 700 seniors. So hopefully we'll get them out for that. And then one future item. On September 4th at 1 o'clock here at the Senior Center, Senator James Scofis will be visiting us. Thank you to our supervisor for helping setting that up. I know that most of you probably are not seniors, but you are definitely invited to come at 1 o'clock on September 4th and hear his talk. And that's it.
Just one more thing, when you're going around to the seniors, just make sure that they know to pick up their tickets for the barbecue in advance. They can come to my office Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30.
They know.
8 to 3:30 to 4.
They're free, right? They know.
Yeah. Every day there's a large flow of
Yeah.
people coming in, but we just want to make sure that everybody knows to come and
I'll
try
tell
to pick
them
up
when
in
I talk
advance.
to them again.
Great. Thank you, Judy.
Mm-hmm.
Our water and sewer commissioner is on vacation this week, as is our recreation director, Councilman Cole. During his report, we'll give the recreation report. We'll go right into town board reports, beginning with Councilman D'Angelo.
Okay, good evening. Okay, for the month of July, the Town of Warwick Police Department had the following calls. Outside of Green Lake, outside the village of Greenwood Lake, they had 179. And Warwick, outside the village, they had 683. In Pine Island area, they had 293. The village of Warwick had 597. And the village of Greenwood Lake had 66, and the village of Florida, 25, for a total for the month of July, 1,843. The Warwick Valley Humane Society will be attending the Lakers Farmers Market in Greenwood Lake on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. as a fundraising event for the animal shelter hosted by the Lakers Farmers Market. On August 17th, all are welcome to attend their open house at the animal shelter from 1 to 4 p.m. in honor of International Homeless Animals Day, hosted by our town supervisor, Jesse Dwyer, and Chestertown Supervisor Brandon Holridge. Refreshments will be available. Donations of needed supplies are very welcome. The shelter currently has 14 parakeets available for adoption in pairs. If interested in adopting a duo of buggies, please complete our small animal adoption application. And they have 24 kittens ready to go home today. Adoption applications are available at wvhumane.org, and they are always in need of paper towels, bleach, equine pine pellet beddings, available at Waitson's and Tractor Supply. And that's all I have for the Humane Society. The Town of Warwick Friendly Visitor Program. Okay, for the month of July, the number of neighbors assisted was 28. The number of volunteers assisting them was 21, and incredibly, the number of services provided by those 21 volunteers was 207. And that's all I have, sir.
Very good, thank you. Councilman Cole, your report, please.
Thank you. Samantha couldn't be here tonight, so she asked me to do her report for her. Up at Mountain Lake Park, things continue to stay busy, except for maybe the last couple of days. The pools have been very busy with the hot weather. The swim lessons have finished up. The children have received their medals and rubber duckies for their hard work this summer. And a lot of good positive feedback from the lessons and from the kids. A couple of upcoming events. The last festival of the summer at the park is the Fuller Moon Arts Festival on August 24th. It's always a great day at the park, and there's always going to be one or more hands-on art activities to try along with the live performances, food, and vendors. I've gone there a couple times. It's a great day. In September, the Lions are going to host their 33rd annual 5K race on Labor Day. And on September 15th, the Lions Club is going to hold the town's first pickleball tournament at the park. Both events are community projects, so if you're not running or playing pickleball, come out and enjoy the fun. I might come out just to watch people play pickleball. I've learned how to do it recently, but I'm not going to join any tournaments yet. So that's all I have for Sam.
Okay. Councilman Mattingly, your report, please.
Thank you, Supervisor. In reference to the Village of Warwick and the Warwick Chamber of Commerce, the Warwick Concert Series presents an evening of summer jazz tomorrow night, Friday the 9th of August at 7:30 p.m. at the Stanley Deming Park Gazebo. On Tuesday, August 13th, Over the Moon Consignments and Treasures ribbon cutting will be held at 4:30 again on Tuesday the 13th, located at 792 County Route 1 in Pine Island. The Warwick Historical Society Wine and Cheese Jazz event will be held Sunday, August 18th from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Herb Wheel Garden at the 1810 House, 80 Main Street in the Village of Florida. Tickets are $45 for members, $55 for non-members. Please call 845-986-3236 for reservations. The Warwick Merchants Guild presents the 23rd Ladies' Night Out in the Village of Warwick on Thursday, August 22nd from 4 to 8 p.m. on Warwick Main Street. I almost feel like I should recuse myself from this next one, but nonetheless, Mattingly's Tavern will hold its 5th anniversary ribbon cutting on Thursday, August 22nd at 4 p.m., located at 16 North Main Street in the Village of Florida. And finally, on Friday, August 23rd, Paradigm Athletic Center ribbon cutting will be held at 4 p.m., located at 1743 New York Route 17A in Florida, New York. And that's all I have this evening, Supervisor.
Great, thank you. Councilman Schuback, your report, please.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Just want to remind people that the Florida Family Fun Fest is this Sunday, so come out and enjoy. It's always a good time. And just be mindful, if you are going that way, traffic's going to be a nightmare, so try to, make alternate routes if you can. And also, too, out in the black dirt, is very, this will be a busy time of harvesting. They're starting to harvest onions and that, so you can see a lot more farm equipment on the road, so be mindful when you're going through the area. And that's all I got to say.
Great. One more thing on Florida area is that the county bridge on Union Corners Road is finished. They completed that bridge a little ahead of schedule, which is great. Governments tend to go the opposite direction with things like that, but we're happy to see that that bridge is back open. Attorney Buckeyte is also on vacation. I guess it's the summertime, and that's what people do. Clerk Astorino, your report, please.
Okay, so the fees that we collected for July 2024 were $29,412.28, and the fees paid out were $2,610.70. We have a bid proposal to purchase and deliver a 14 by 20 shed. The first bid was from Gray's Woodworks for $10,385. The second was from Sheds Unlimited. This was online for $12,481. And the last was mysheds.com, also online, for a bid proposal of $12,440. The next bid was for a proposal for a Warwick Sewer Treatment Plant sand filter media replacement. The first is from Sovereign Consulting, Inc. for $31,120. The second is TAM Enterprises for $24,250. And the last was Coppola Water Infrastructure and Services for $11,929. That's all I have.
Thank you. Okay, my report. We had 2 very exciting closings this week at Town Hall. One closing was on a local farm that participates now in the PDR program, so the town of Warwick was able to protect another 200 acres within the town of Warwick. bringing our total number of protected acres up to around 5,000 acres. In addition, we had another very exciting closing of town property within the old prison property, partnership with the local development corporation. We're going to go into more detail on that in an upcoming meeting. We're going to have a nice presentation to the community on a very special thing that just recently took place. We received a grant, the town hall received a grant to install potentially 4 charging stations for electric vehicles at town hall, where it will not only be free for town employees to charge their vehicle if they need to, but we will earn up to $400 a month to support anything that we need as a result of the charging stations. The town received a $10,000 grant to purchase electric landscaping equipment, battery-operated landscape equipment. This is from a state energy audit grant, and that's going to go really to help taking care of our parks and supporting the programs that we have in the town of Warwick, and we're very thankful for the $10,000 grant. We are beginning the process of reevaluating and redoing our town park master plan. This will both include a park plan as well as a recreation plan. I have a meeting with an engineering firm, Barton and LaJudas, on Tuesday, which I invited the board. We're going to take a tour of every single park in the town of Warwick and begin the process of community surveys and feedback to plan for the next 20, 30 years of our town park system. It's going to be a really exciting process. It's going to be a lot of work, and we will rely heavily on public feedback and input. So stay tuned to see more on that. We will pass a resolution tonight to enter into an agreement with our CSEA. We appreciate their willingness to work on a 1-year extension to the contract because we felt that me only being here for 7 months, obviously the town board has been here, but as the CEO of the company, so to speak, 7 months is not enough to know what our largest employee unit needs, as well as what the town might need in exchange. And we appreciate their efforts in ensuring that we can do a 1-year extension on our contract, and we're going to pass a resolution this evening on that. We have another resolution, which is a really cool process that we were able to see from start to finish, which was the incorporation of a parcel of land into the APO district within the town of Warwick. It is a 2-step process. The first part that you might have heard a couple of months ago was where we expanded the map of the APO, which is the Agricultural Protection Overlay, which has certain requirements that parcels of land must oblige by and follow certain sets of rules. And we had a willing participant that wanted to get into the Agricultural Protection Overlay District. And tonight we're going to pass a resolution to fully invite and have that parcel of land participate in the Agricultural Protection Overlay. So very exciting to see that happen from start to finish. I'm happy to announce that the town of Warwick did receive full funding for the grant for the bridge replacement on Jane Street, located in the Village of Florida. That is a little bit more than a $3 million project. Now, just because we got the grant award letter doesn't mean that the bridge is going to be rebuilt tomorrow. This is a multi-year process that takes a lot of time, but rest assured, we're getting to work on this right away. We're really excited about this project because we know that it's been years in the making. It's a bridge that's currently closed down, but it is something that the town board had prioritized before I got here, and it's certainly something that we prioritized since I first got here. CPF receipts for the month of June were down a little bit. Obviously, interest rates are significantly higher now than they were last year, and we're certainly seeing that in the real estate market and investment, but rest assured, I believe that CPF will pick back up in no time. We heard a report from the police department. Happy to introduce 2 new full-timers to our staff, 1 part-time dispatcher, and we're very fortunate to be sending some great applicants to the police academy to become a part of our team. So thank you, Chief, for bringing in great people to our department. This Village of Greenwood Lake is, as people have heard before, celebrating their 100-year anniversary, their centennial year, and the Great Centennial Weekend, which is the culmination of everything that they've done, is taking place the weekend of August 16th through August 18th. August 18th happens to be my birthday, so I think we planned it around that. On Saturday, August 17th, there's a great parade, and then what they're calling the Great Centennial Festival, and it's going to have all kinds of games and events and activities for everyone. I heard that the police chief and the town supervisor are doing a dunk tank, so anyone who wants to come down and donate, you might have a lot of fun doing that. The senior barbecue is August 27th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Town Park on Union Corners Road, and this is a free event to any senior citizen within the town of Warwick. You're strongly encouraged to get a ticket in advance. Those tickets to the event can be picked up from the supervisor's office right here at Town Hall, anytime between 8:30 and 4 p.m., Monday through Friday. So please stop by our office and pick up your ticket, say hello, and hopefully we see you guys at the barbecue. That concludes my report, and we will get right into the business. At this time, we'll open it up to privilege of the floor on any agenda item. Anyone have any comments on the agenda? There's a lot of resolutions, I'm sorry. Yes. I think you can, since we have 2 hours worth of resolutions tonight. Go right ahead.
You mentioned that you had a new farm coming into PDR.
Yes.
Can you tell me who the farm is, or is that not?
Sure. It's the address is 66 Wheeler Road, and they do a lot of small-scale agricultural type things. They're into mushrooms.
One that we're going to the PDR, not the.
Oh, the PDR. It's on Belcher Road. I thought you were asking about the APO. Yeah, it is. Okay, any other questions, privilege of the floor on any agenda items? No? Okay, we're gonna move right through. We have a lot. All right, resolutions are on, let's see, addendum number 3. Resolution number 311, I make a motion to extend the solicitation of the propane tank bids for the purchase of 6 ASME 1,000-gallon propane storage tanks and the cost of delivery of the aforementioned, and this is a separate component, the cost of the delivery of the aforementioned items set forth in paragraph 1 to the town of Warwick Properties at Mountain Lake Park in Warwick, New York. All sealed bids shall be received by the office of the town clerk August 21st, 2024 at 9 a.m., at which time bids will be opened and read aloud. Service will be expected to begin immediately upon acceptance of the town of the lowest responsible bidder. Bids must be accompanied by a bid bond or certified check of the bidder, 3% of the bid amount for cost of delivery, along with proof of insurance, workers' comp, and liability insurance.
Second.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Resolution 2024-312, resolution for Clinton Avenue Extension. Whereas Etta M. Hamilton is the owner of the real property located on Clinton Avenue Extension, which is the subject of an application before the Town of Warwick Planning Board for site plan approval for the use of the premises as a daycare facility. And whereas Clinton Avenue Extension appears on the tax map of the town of Warwick as a paper street extending from the boundary line of the village of Warwick through the premises owned by Etta M. Hamilton to lands owned by the Pioneer Square LLC, the paper street, as laid out on the subdivision map filed with the Orange County Clerk in 1977. And whereas in connection with the application for the site plan approval, a question has arisen concerning ownership of that portion of Clinton Avenue Extension that appears as Paper Street, and whereas the Paper Street was never offered for dedication to the town of Warwick, and whereas the town of Warwick does not own or have any interest in the Paper Street, and the Paper Street has not yet been laid out open for work since 1977 and has never been used as a public right-of-way, and whereas Etta M. Hamilton has requested the town of Warwick to abandon the Paper Street pursuant to the New York State Highway Law number 205, now therefore it be resolved that the town of Warwick pursuant to the Highway Law 205 hereby abandons the Paper Street as a right-of-way, and it is further resolved that the town supervisor cause to be recorded in the town clerk's office a written description signed by him abandoning the Paper Street, and it is further resolved that the town supervisor execute a quit-claim deed and accompanying instruments necessary to record the quit-claim deed with the county clerk in favor of Emma M. Hamilton, conveying all right, title, and interest of the town of Warwick in and to the Paper Street.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Make a motion, R24 2024-1313. Whereas all conditions in the precedent to the financing of the capital project hereafter described, including the filing of the negative declaration in compliance with the provisions of the State Environmental Review Act, have been performed, and whereas it is now desired to authorize the financing of such capital project, therefore it be resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Warwick and the County of Orange, by the favorable vote of not less than 2/3 of the member, as follows. Section 1, town is authorized to acquire open spaces and areas pursuant to general municipal law. Section 247, acquisition of open spaces and area includes, among other things, the purchase of development rights and farmland to preclude the residential or other adoption of development of such properties. All or a portion of the indebtedness for the purpose of any be issued in the form of land installment purchases obligation pursuant to local finance law 29.10. The estimated maximum cost of the said specific project or purpose, including preliminary costs, costs of maps, plans, surveys, estimates, advertisements, legal documents, and costs of incidental hereto, and the financing hereof is $800,000, and the said amount is hereby appointed therefore. The plan of financing of the issuance of $800,000 serial bonds, land installment purchase obligations to finance the said appropriation, and the levy of the tax and the taxable property in the town to pay the principal said bonds and the interest thereon shall be the same due and payable. Section 2, serial bonds in the principal amount of $800,000 are hereby authorized to be issued pursuant to local finance law, Chapter 33A of the Consolidated Laws of the State of New York, to finance said appropriation. Section 3, the following additional matters are hereby determined and stated. A, the period of probable usefulness of the application for which the serial bonds are authorized and issued within the limitations of Section 11.00A.21 of the law is 30 years. The proposed maturity of the bonds authorized in this resolution will exceed 5 years. C, the proceeds in the bond herein authorized by any bond anticipation notes issued in anticipation of said bonds may be applied to reimburse the town for expenditures made after the effective date of the resolution for the purpose of for which said bonds are authorized. Foregoing the statement of intent with respect to reimbursement is made in conformity with the Treasury Regulation 1.150-2 of the United States Treasury Department. Section 4, bonds authorized by this resolution and any other bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the sale and bonds shall contain recital of the validity prescribed by Section 52 of the law, and said bonds and any notes issued in anticipation of the such bonds in general obligations to the town payable to both principal and interest by a general tax upon the taxable real property within the town without limitation of rate or amount. The faith and credit of the town are hereby irrevocably pledged to the punctual payment of the principal and interest of the said bonds, and any notes issued in anticipation of said bonds provisions shall be made annually to the budget of the town by appropriation, and the amortization and the redemption of the bonds and notes to mature each year, and the payment of the interest to be due and payable each year. Section 5, subject to the provisions of the resolution of the law and pursuant of the sections of Section 21.00, relative to the authorization of issuance of bonds substantially level or declining annual debt service, and of Section 30.00, relative to the authorization of the issuance of bond anticipation notes of Section 50.00, and Section 56.00 to authorization and the issuance of bond anticipation notes of Section 50.00 and Section 56.00 to Section 26.00 and 1680 of the law. The powers and duties of the town of the board relative to authorizing bond anticipation notes and the prescribing of the terms, forms, contents, and to the sale of the issuance of the bonds herein authorized, and any bond anticipation notes issued in anticipation of the said bonds and the renewals of the bond anticipation notes relatively to providing the sustainability or level of declining annual debt service hereby delegated to the town supervisor, the chief fiscal officer of the town. Section 6, the validity of the bonds authorized by this resolution and any notes issued in anticipation of said bonds shall be contested only if A, such obligations are authorized for an objective purpose for which the town is not authorized to expend money, or B, the provision of the law which should be complied with at the date of the publication of such resolution are not substantially complied with, and an action, suit, or proceeding contesting such validity is commenced within 20 days of the said publication. Or C, such obligations are authorized in violation of the provisions of the Constitution. Section 7, this resolution shall be subject to permissive referendum. Section 8, this object or purpose described in Section 1 thereof has been determined to be an unlisted action or a non-action pursuant to the regulations of the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, promulgated pursuant to the Environmental Quality Review Act, which was with respect to which the town board has made a negative declaration based on a review and consideration of a long assessment form. Resolved by the town board in the County of Orange as follows. Section 1, town clerk is hereby authorized to direct and publish the foregoing bond resolution in summary in the Warwick Valley Dispatch, a newspaper published in Warwick, New York, the official newspaper of the town, having a general circulation wherein, together with the notice attached in substantially the form prescribed by Section 81.00 of the local finance law in the state of New York. Section 2, the resolution shall take effect immediately.
The clerk will do a roll call vote.
Supervisor Dwyer?
Yes.
Councilman D'Angelo?
Yes.
Councilman Cole?
Yes.
Councilman Mattingly?
Aye.
Councilman Shuback?
Yes.
Let the record show 5 ayes, 0 nays.
Motion carried. I make a motion to accept bid proposal from Miller Hydrologic Incorporated for well testing and data analysis of the Pine Island Water Well, number 7, in the amount not to exceed $24,905 to be allocated from ARPA funds.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to use the ARPA funds to pay Turnbull well drilling in the amount of $6,894.56 to cover the cost deepening of Pine Island Well number 7.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to accept bid proposal from Coppola Water Infrastructure and Services for replacement sand filter media with funds allocated from ARPA in the amount of $11,929.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to create one full-time groundskeeper position for the town of Warwick.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. I make a motion to appoint Henry Groen to a full-time groundskeeper, grade 3, step 1, at a pay rate of $22.16 per hour, as per the CSEA contract, effective immediately.
Second.
And the purpose of this is just a reassignment of his title. Henry Groen is currently an employee. We're reclassifying his title. There is no change in pay, no change in position, or any other details. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to authorize the supervisor to sign the New York State Liquor Authority landlord authorization form for the Full Moon Arts Fest at Mountain Lake Park on August 24th, 2024. Rain date August 25th, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Make a motion to accept bid proposal to purchase and deliver a 14 by 20 A-frame shed and a cost not to exceed $10,385 from Gray's Woodworks.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to authorize the assessor to attend the New York State Assessors Association fall training session on assessment administration in Fairport, New York, from September 23rd through September 26, 2024. Funds for these training sessions are in the current budget.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to refund remaining planning board escrow to the amount of $2,397.10 back to Kurt Roth for tax parcel SBL-42-1-110.4, properly located at 206 Pine Island, Turnpike.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to refund the remaining planning board escrow in the amount of $701.63 back to Ralph and Chris Ann Garcia for a tax parcels, Section 58, Block 2, Lot 39, property located on 339 Nelson Road.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to adopt, motion to refund Mountain Lake Park swimming lesson fees back to Estefani Peralta in the amount of $250.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Make a motion to waive the 30-day advance notice to a local municipality or community board requirement for an on-premises alcohol beverage license fee for Fence Road Brewery, LLC, located at 13 Fence Road, Warwick, New York.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to waive the 30-day advance notice for local municipality or community board requirement for an on-premises alcoholic beverage license for Masker Farm LLC, located at 45 Ball Road, Warwick, New York.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to adopt the following resolution regarding a request for participation in the Town of Warwick Agricultural Protection Overlay District. Whereas the Town of Warwick adopted a zoning law known as the 2002 zoning law of the Town of Warwick, adopted on January 24, 2002. And whereas said zoning law contained provisions for an agricultural protection overlay, APO, District 1, of the purposes of which was to recognize and codify the importance of agriculture to the future of the Town of Warwick and the welfare of its citizens. And whereas the zoning law established an overlay district as shown on the Town of Warwick Agricultural Protection Overlay District qualifying area map parcels, which could qualify for the benefits of the APO district. And whereas Section 164-47.3B sets forth the applicability of said APO district to lands within the Town of Warwick. And whereas paragraph 5 of Section 164-47.3.B provides for a mechanism for landowners who are within the APO district pursuant to the criteria listed in paragraph B1 thereof to apply for the benefits of said district. And whereas pursuant to the procedure set forth, the Town of Warwick has received an application for participation on the proper form submitted to the town clerk as required from Patrick Scott and Sohan Desi, 66 Wheeler Road, Florida, New York, for 24.10 acre parcel known as the Section Block 2, Lot 8 of the tax map on the Town of Warwick, And whereas the town board has determined that this particular parcel is one of the parcels included in the area shown on the overlay district qualifying area map and has therefore met the requirements set forth for inclusion in the APO district as a participating parcel. Now therefore be it resolved that tax map section 8 block 2 lot 8.2 of the tax map of the Town of Warwick and belonging to Patrick Scott and Sohan Desi is hereby declared eligible to participate under the provisions of the APO district and is entitled to all benefits contemplated thereof. And be it further resolved that the appendix to the zoning law be updated to reflect that the above described Patrick Scott and Soham Desi parcel shall be considered included as a participating parcel in the APO district. And be it further resolved that the APO overlay district qualifying map be so marked to show the above Patrick Scott and Soham Desi parcel as a participating parcel within the district.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Make a motion to authorize the comptroller to pay invoice number 122 0691 in the amount of $10,369.53 to Selective Insurance Company of America for liability deductible regarding claim number 221-340301.
Second.
Discussion on this. This is just an ongoing case that had been ongoing for the last few years. It recently settled with no claim against the town. We had to pay no fee or anything to the claimant. However, our deductible with our insurance to fight the case did cost us that $10,000. So we didn't have to pay anything to settle, but we are responsible for our deductible to fight the claim. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to accept the resignation of part-time building department clerk Patty Petershock effective August 16th, 2024.
Second.
Discussion, we're happy to announce that Patty has taken a position with the Village of Warwick to replace the position for Tony Pasculo, who came over to us. So it was kind of like a swap. We stole their employee, they stole our employee. So kind of what comes around goes around. So it's all good. We're happy to see her go because we know that she's going to do a great job in that higher position. So we're happy for her. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to appoint Curtis K. Paul as a full-time police officer with a pay rate of $36.36 per hour. The year one rate as specified in the PBA collective bargaining agreement effective August 10th, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to appoint Chase M. Toth as a part-time police dispatcher at a rate of pay of $20 per hour effective August 10th, 2024, as per recommendation letter from the police chief dated August 6th, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to approve the Warwick Valley Chamber of Commerce special event permit to host the Taste of Warwick at the Warwick Valley Winery on September 10th, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to authorize the sale through Gov Deals of the following 4 surplus police vehicles: 2007 Crown Victoria, VIN 2FAHP 71W 77X 125721 for $1,175. 1982 Chevrolet, VIN CPL 3283310151000 for $2,400. 2014 Chevrolet Tahoe, VIN 1GNLC2E03ER 194252 for $3,750, and a 2015 Ford van, VIN 1FDFE4FDA06893 for $5,050.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion granted permission to Crystal Mizell to serve alcohol at Wickham Woodland Manor on August 17th, 2024. Certificate of liability and liquor liability insurance is on file in the clerk's office.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion granting permission to Kevin Dowalter to serve alcohol at Wickham Woodland Manor on August 24th, 2024. Certificate of liability and liquor liability insurance is on file in the clerk's office.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion granting permission to Doug Stage, Warwick Valley High School, class of 1974, to serve alcohol at Mountain Lake Park on September 14th, 2024. Certificate of liability and liquor liability insurance is on file in the clerk's office.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion granting permission to Warwick Fire Department to serve alcohol at Mountain Lake Park on August 23rd, 2024. Certificate of liability and liquor liability insurance is on file in the clerk's office.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion granting permission for Marilyn Wagoner to serve alcohol at Mountain Lake Park on September 7th, 2024. Certificate of liability and liquor liability insurance is on file in the clerk's office.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Make a motion granting permission to Ryan Ahern to serve alcohol at Mountain Lake Park on August 9, 2024. Certificate of liability and liquor liability insurance is on file in the clerk's office.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. I just want to make sure, did I skip 339?
Yeah, I'll get that one.
Okay.
Motion granting permission for Justin and Jessica Dahlia to serve alcohol at Mountain Lake Park on October 12, 2024. Certificate of liability and liquor liability insurance is on file in the clerk's office.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion granting permission to Brittany Blakener to serve alcohol at Mountain Lake Park on August 17th, 2024. Certificate of liability and liquor liability insurance is on file in the clerk's office.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion granting permission to Michael Weslowski to serve alcohol at Mountain Lake Park on August 11th, 2024. Certificate of liability and liquor liability insurance is on file in the clerk's office.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Now, you'll notice there's 3 pages of resolutions dedicated to serving alcohol at Mountain Lake Park. What that means is that our beloved park is really, really busy, and a lot of people are renting it out and utilizing it, which we're very happy to see, but as you can see, it's a lot of work here. We've got to put a lot of resolutions together. But really, it is exciting to see. I make a motion to approve film permit to Matthew McKay for filming at Warwick Municipal Airport from August 19, through the 23rd, 2024, from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to purchase battery-powered landscaping equipment from Warner's Ace number 17435 in the amount not to exceed $9,997.99, using funds acquired from the Clean Energy Communities Grant.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. I make a motion to appoint Tyler J. Morella as a full-time police officer with a pay rate of $36.36 per hour for the year 1 rate as specified in the PBA collective bargaining agreement effective August 10, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to approve a memorandum of agreement between the Town of Warwick and the Civil Service Employees Association, Local 1000, AFSCME, AFL-CIO, Town of Warwick Unit, Orange County Local 836, dated July 17th, 2024, commencing January 1st, 2025, for a 1-year period expiring December 31st, 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you.
Motion to amend Resolution 2024-286, budget transfer, Police Department. The following budget transfer for the purpose of funding necessary purchase for firearms updates to coincide with a grant received and to fund upcoming training needs in September and October from Maintenance Contract Radios, NYCOM, what is that?
NICOMCO.
Thank you, NICOMCO, account B02.00.3120.432 to firearms and ammo in the amount of $8,500. Maintenance Contract Radios, NICOMCO, account B.00.3120.432 training, account number B0200.3120.480 in the amount of $9,500.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. We squeezed another one in here. Make a motion granting permission to serve alcohol at Wickham Woodland Manor on September 7, 2024. Certificate of liability and liquor liability insurance is on file in the clerk's office.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to authorize the sale through Gov Deals for the following 3 surplus DPW vehicles. 2006 Ford F-350, VIN number 1FTWX31596EB62044 for $1,430. A 2007 Ford F-450, VIN number 1FDXX47P17EB15672 for the amount of $4,200, and a 2008 Sterling dump truck, VIN number 3F6WK76A58G351460 in the amount of $9,655.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. I make a motion to adopt local law number 6, amending zoning code section 164-46J 100, entitled Affordable Housing as per the proposed changes that were both read and posted in the clerk's office.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. I make a motion to pay all audited bills.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. At this time, we'll open it up privilege of the floor on any general topic. We had a lot more participants in the beginning of the meeting. They've all faded away. You're the only one left. Okay. The next meeting will be Thursday, August 22nd at 9 a.m. This is typically a meeting to just pay the audited bills, as we get a lot. However, it is very possible that we might have to conduct business that day. This meeting is, like any other meeting, open to the public. It will be at 9 a.m. right here in Town Hall, and as always, it's open to the public. The next regular scheduled board meeting will be Thursday, September 12th after that, and that will be 7:30 p.m., and it is always preceded by a 6 p.m. workshop or up to 90 minutes before the regular meeting. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you for coming, everybody. You have a great night.
It is 8.